Is it better now?
World. It sounds a lot better now, yeah. I think
Okay,
it's good to go now. Awesome. Alright, so with that said, obviously, we're jumping into this one kind of pretty much fresh. It's this game number 1, of course. Obviously, missing the drafting stage and whatnot. But we are here, and we can kind of take a look as far as what's happening. So, of course, Team Excellent taking on Too Much Sugar. Oh, we might have some action here with that said, so might not give us some time to talk. As Bass says, going to throw the silence. Okay. Just going to kind of harass them. But anyways, you see the lineups right here. Nox playing the Dampier again. It seems like Team Excellent has been running this Dampier quite a bit lately, but oh my god, more initiation going to be happening right here. Falcon Punch on the Dampier. Caster's Curse coming into play right away as Dampier hits the ground. So, how about that? But anyways, Dampier, yeah, he's dead now, but what about the Dampier pick?
I like the hero. He just needs to work in a lineup where they have a, okay, before, a bit more, okay, wow. There's a lot of Ancients being stolen actually by Pebbles. About 5 of them gonna fall. Bit of running over here. I don't think anything's gonna happen. Yeah, they're gonna be fine. Maybe actually. Okay, no, I don't. Wait, I'm not even gonna speak before. Yeah.
Oh my god, that was a nice poor man's portal key right there. They take out Engineer, and Deadwood is also gonna fall. Wow, that was pretty impressive. Brodux 5 level, man, making the big plays with that Chuck right there.
Yeah, that was well played by him. I love that about Pebbles, especially when people. I don't know if he maxed Chuck there. Yeah, it is maxed, so definitely the reason why I got the kill. Actually, I got ulti pretty early on. But anyway, back to the Dampier, as you were saying. I really enjoy the hero. I think he has a lot of carry potential. And I actually, speaking about Dampier, he almost gets a kill into Slicks over there. But you know, he's one of those heroes who's kind of a rare carry because he has a lot of team potential. And I like him with a lineup that also has a carry with just a lot of physical damage. So in this case, they have Scout. So I actually really like the pick. Nox can play kind of the initiator as well as Brodux on the Pebbles, but also, you know, carry late game.
Yeah. Yeah, so again, they have been running it lately as Team Excellent, so and they've been making it work, and clearly here they are here, and they're one of 4 teams now remaining, and obviously this cycle number 1. Actually, Wild Soul going to be found, Brodux 5 level. Seems like he is off to a pretty damn good start. He is actually getting very close now to that portal key, of course, and you know, especially with that Dampier pick, the nice thing about this lineup is as we're advancing on in this game, and we're kind of really at that stage already to an extent, Scout is going to start freeing up some farm now. He's obviously playing the Suicide Scout. Might not have the best of starts, but going to start picking up some farm now, while Dampier and especially Pebbles start clearing up the map and allowing him to do so. So. Yeah, going to be exciting to see how that progresses for him. But again, one more thing on Dampier. What about the build? I mean, Nox is pretty notorious for going that Dawnbringer. What would you be a fan of to see here on Dampier?
I like PK on Dampier for sure. In a game like this, Shrunken Head would also be very good because they have a lot of, especially like Engineer, a lot of magic just stuns, etc. So I like Shrunken Head on him, but he can do Dawnbringer on Dampier. It works. It will work. And I'm sure that Nox is probably going to be going that. But you know, I haven't seen Dampier in a long time, and especially with Dawnbringer, it's very rare, only in a couple TMM games. But I mean, I think it does have the potential to work. Yeah. But I also like the hero, you know, having the ability to jump in, do a lot of damage, burst the hero down, and then auto attack.
Yeah. So, again, we'll see how Nox progresses here for this game for Team Excellent. All right, so we're talking about Team Excellent. How about tmsR over here? Obviously, they're over here on the Hellborn side there. They are down early on, but it is still very early on in the game with that said. They're running actually Deadwood, Master of Arms, Engineer, Wild Soul, of course, and a Luna coming out. And actually, speaking of Master of Arms, he's going to be jumped on right here by Dampier. See, stun comes out, deep with the Master Call. Nice hero blocking coming up from Dampier. Sets up some more time for Pebbles to come in and clean up the job. Pebbles, of course, with that freshly purchased portal key, ends up setting up a kill on a Master of Arms. And actually, Scout is going to somewhat flank, but more so get some vision. That's the thing about the Suicide Scout as well. Is he's going to be spotted right there, but Kazu's great at this. A lot of just Suicide Scouts in general, they're really good for just giving that information. Honestly, playing his name really. He's scouting out a lot of the map, and it's pretty fun. How annoying is it to play against a Scout?
Oh, it's my first ban every game. I mean, if I'm ever going to be drafting in a game, or anybody is, I'll always tell him to ban Scout. It's just, he has so much potential to gank. He has the potential to just be annoying in a lane. You can't really dual lane or tri lane because your supports are just wasting their time. It's just, there's not much you can do in the lane against Scout. On top of that, if you 1-on-1 against a Scout and you're either a melee or a range, it doesn't really matter. You're gonna get, he's gonna get farm. Especially if you're melee, you're gonna get beat because the hero just has so much damage. On top of that, he has a passive skill that when he auto attacks you, what's it called, the disarm. You know, when he auto attacks you, you cannot auto attack back. So he's just a very, very annoying hero. On top of that, he has, you know, the silence that can go up against the Tempest. If he ulties, you can silence through that. It doesn't even matter if you're caught in it. I mean, there's just so much to the hero that you know, if you know how to play him, he'll be really, really annoying.
Yeah. So we do see again Scott level 6 right here, and he's actually at the top lane currently, just gonna farm against Kaze in the wild. So how's Kaze coming along, by the way? 600 gold currently saved up as bottom lane misses him actually down there, but Nox actually gets taken out. Looks like Devil with the offensive master's call on the portal key. He's got a portal key of his own, so Moomiander picking up a very necessary kill, is safe to say. But Hellborn lineup though, again, talking about too much sugar. What do you think of their lineup and how they drafted over here?
I mean, it's very similar to most of the lineups in this current metagame. They got 2 carries. They have that initiator on Deadwood. I just want to see Kazu get a very early mock, because I feel like if Legion plays this correctly and they just roam, which they can right now, they have a lot of heroes that just do a lot of damage. They're gonna win mid game. Kazu's not really gonna be able to do much in that sense, but you know, they have a little bit of everything. They're not like a full-in push lineup, but they have the push with Wild Soul. They have the late game with Wild Soul and Master of Arms. I mean, I like it, but I think I like Legion's draft a bit more this game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so far it seems like it's working out for Team Excellent just a little bit better. But again, it's going back to Nox. There you go. There's that life brand purchase. But again, Nox notorious, and even on Dampierre, we have seen him going for that Dawnbringer before. But obviously at the same time, Grimoire Power is also a very strong item, especially on a hero like Dampierre has that snowball opportunity. So I just find it hard to believe that you pass up that opportunity to pick up a Dawnbringer. But we'll see. We'll see what Nox ultimately does go for. He also talked about the portal key and how you like that option, but
the light brand is already out, so we know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be a Grimoire as well. That's also very commonly picked up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, to me, it feels like Grimoire is so strong. I mean, I get why Dawnbringer to an extent is also nice, but I just think Grimoire is just the better choice, honestly.
Actually, I remember. Oh, top lane actually. Scout gonna get picked off. And
oh, Devil is he actually gonna get away? Oh no, this could be huge. Maybe at 3 seconds on the portal key, 2 seconds, he throws the log. It's gonna be canceled on the portal key. The Chuck comes out, canceling a log, and the auto attack, and yes, Deadwood will fall. So very, very close. So what initially was a great pickoff onto Scott right there, probably not worth it in the end, as he does get picked off himself. So.
Yeah, I mean, Scout's farm is really suffering in this game. Just sitting at around 224 gold per minute. I don't know if he has anything in the base. I highly doubt it right now. But I mean, when your Scout's, you know, sitting on, okay, no, he has Ghost Marchers. Okay, that makes me feel better now, because I felt really bad for Bastards. I mean, but then again, Scout is a hero that you get Ghost Marchers, you get Energizer, he can just roam the map. He can get pickoffs on Aluna, he can get pickoffs on Engineer, even Slicks on the Master of Arms. I mean, that's what I love about the hero, is that you can gimp him as much as you can, but he can still just, you know, run around and be the annoying hero. So not necessarily that bad. On top of that, Deadwood was level 11, highest level in the game, and they got a lot of XP for that kill.
Yeah. Yeah, level 11, great level for him, of course, getting the level 2 Falcon Punch early on, but as he stated, some more benefits for the Legion team as a result of getting that kill, with it being a level 11. So Kazu in the meantime, 1,800 gold saved up, going, I think you can even say his signature, because a lot of Wild Soul players, they seem like they like to just rush that Mock of Brilliance. But Kazu makes a priority, especially, to get the Ghost Marchers at least on his bear. Really, it seems like no matter the start, even if he's just a struggling start, or if he's getting more of a solid start like this game, it seems like. Do you have a take on that? I mean, going the Ghost Marchers priority?
Well, I mean, Keza just tends to like first hit root a lot of people. So he wants to get that Baron position. I think he values a root a lot, and I like Ghost Marchers because say he gets shut down now, say that he gets ganked, or say they're pushing, or they take his team take a team fight. The bear will be doing a lot of damage with Ghost Marchers right now. You know, deals currently 92 to 102 with that crit on towers. I mean, it's still a lot of damage, even though he doesn't have the mock. So if they want to do a bit of split pushing, Ghost Marchers is still a great item.
Yeah.
On top of that, so.
Yeah, so 22 more 100 gold again, saved up on Wild, so keep an eye on that as far as the mock bits. Oh, middle lane, Pebbles. He's in some trouble right here, pushed up a little too far. And obviously he gets caught out, so good catch coming out from the Hellborn. I think that was a Rotten Grasp, actually, that initially got him right there. So Moomiander, moving around the map, setting up kills for his team, and necessary, man, you know, buy time, obviously, for Wild Soul to kind of step in there and eventually take over.
I mean, Pebbles got a really early on portal key. I think he got it around 9 minutes in. So if he can get that shrunken head very soon, he can just be that hero that's going to initiate and can just walk out of NG ultimates. I mean, he can just get a combo, get out, combo again. So every kill on him really matters, especially that he's, you know, that Dampier's not even going to be going with portal key this game. So Pebbles is just everything they have for ganks. So if they kill him, they have, you know, 50 seconds of time where they know everybody farming on the map is just going to be A-okay.
Yeah.
A-okay.
A-okay. Torture kind of roaming around with that Invis right here. He's actually going to be joined up by scouts, so a couple of Invis heroes getting some good information. Uh-oh. They see Deadwood coming over. Pyromancer, that gives him the cue to immediately fall back. Torture again also running over here. And actually now Deadwood's the one in a lot of trouble. Moonmeter doesn't know he— oh my god! Are you kidding me? What a reaction right there. He is going to get chain reactions, speaking of that, but it might not be enough. The Chuck comes with the poor man's portal key, but he cuts through the trees. Wow, that was huge! I mean,
yeah,
that was amazing.
Sidestep God. I mean, he has a name for the reason, but great reactions. I don't even know if he did on, like, I don't know if he just saw the minimap, probably just blinked out. That's what I assume happened. But really well played by Moon. That saved a lot of, you know, they could have been losing 2 towers right on the top. You see 5 people are in Legion already, so that pick up on Moon probably could have meant, you know, 2 tower kills, just farm out the jungle a bit, but, you know, he prevents that, and Legion probably cannot really push another lane right now.
Yeah. Yeah, fantastic reaction. So, Team xCet, but at the same time, as you stated, I mean, they still get the tower kill. Grimoire power is the choice by Nox. So he does prioritize that at least as far as his first pickup, and I would not be surprised by any means to see that portal key perhaps even coming next. And like, God, he's already level 14 as well. Holy crap, that is 2 levels higher than Deadwood, and really 3 levels at least higher than anyone else. Okay, well, so I guess level 12 as well. But there's that portal key purchase as well. So he's gonna even be more active, or at least that's the idea, with picking up that item. So what's already been a fairly aggressive game, at least since we've jumped in. I mean, we already have a 7-6 hero kill lead in the Legion's favor. So so looking good there. What do you make of lately? And it just seems like in general, you know, the recent patch, especially with the runic shift, you're kind of been swaying away from it. Maybe it's the captain's pick. I mean, just the meta shift in general. No junglers in this game. Obviously, while also not playing the jungle role, I assume at least. What do you make of the no junglers anymore? I mean, we see a lot more of that.
I'd say there's 2 main reasons for that. One of them is that, or actually I'd say 3. First of all, you can just block the camps, and it's very easy to do that. Because if the other team has a jungler, you can't really defend it. Speaking of dead scouts, scout died.
Yeah.
You can just block all the camps, and I mean, when you have a jungler such as Tempest or Ophelia, they can't do anything level 1, so you can't defend your pull. If the other team has no jungler, they just have a stronger lineup by default. For that, I think that's one of the reasons. Second of all, junglers can take up a lot of farm in games, and when you're running in a current metagame where a lot of people are picking 2 carries, it's just you're not going to get enough farm on that jungler on that carry. So 2 supports is just a much better way to ensure farm on both heroes that you want to. In this situation, you have Wild Soul and Amoy, and for Legion, you have Scout and Dampier. So I think that, those are the main 2 reasons, as well as a lot of people have just been, you know, going as spy very early on, and I think that it just helps when you're having 2 supports. Double's gonna miss a stun mid, but yeah, I think there's just a couple reasons, and you know, it shows that teams that run junglers, they're not winning games as of lately.
Yeah.
People kind of learn to counter that and move on.
Yeah, and if anything, you know, again, we just see a lot less of it. It's not like it's gone away by any means. In fact, we still see junglers, Ophelia, Parasite Time being banned even with those first set of bans. But you know, maybe it's gonna even take more time before that to eventually phase out. But at the same time, yeah, it's definitely died out quite a bit. So. Deadwood there, I want to comment on that real quickly, though, what we saw, but Deadwood poking in right there. I mean, that was just risky all around. I know it's Moomiander after all, but he didn't even have his ultimate up, so I don't know what he was really expecting to do in the end, but almost got countered, but hey, he survived and was able to get away in time. Scout, where's Scout? Scout's at the top lane.
Ooh, nice snipe.
Moomiander's just playing aggressive, man. He was just playing very active. Shams, obviously, as you mentioned, with a snipe there. That's, was that all the way from the bottom lane? No, it was the middle lane, it looks like.
Maybe, yeah.
So.
But I mean, that's what you do on Deadwood. It's just the more you set up kills on an initiative, the better it is for the team, and that's what you have to do. I mean, that's Pebbles' job. That's Deadwood's job. You just make stuff happen, and that's what Moonmander's doing. It's very, you know, it's much easier with Deadwood because you can kind of run through the trees. You have escape mechanism, but you know, nice play by him. You know, Bax is trying to pick up the farm, just unfortunately not. And you know, there might be a bit of a fight bottom right now too.
Yeah, there's a vulnerability. coming out, so it's going to help it a little bit. Will it be denied? Will it be denied? It's going to be close.
The Legion takes down the Hellborn Tower.
Meander. I thought he actually timed it right, but nope, just a little delayed there, and in the end, or even a little early. And it ends up being a tower kill. Now Waltz on the top lane trying to get a counter push. Scout is here. He's going to go for the port. Can he do it in time? Pebbles chose to stalagmite the creep wave instead of going for Wildsoul right there to make sure to get the deny. I don't know about that. I feel like if he actually went for Wildsoul as soon as he ported in, that could have stunned him, but he chose to.
Would have been very close.
Yeah, it would have been very close. You're right.
He kind of played the better, being safe than sorry. But what I find kind of funny is that Scout went on Wildsoul and he glitched through the trees again, and he ran out. And I think they kind of lost vision for a second. He did that at the electric eye, so probably not. But
okay.
Regardless, that's where Hellborn kind of has the ability to do. They can split push a lot of lanes, and as you see right now, 3 people already gathered bottom pushing the tower, and they use CPs for top, so Legion has to run all the way back down here now.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of the bottom lane, Dampere charging him pretty recklessly. He will easily take out a Luna with that, as well as the Vampiric Flight and the Terrorized Deadwood, though. He wants revenge, damn it. And revenge is probably going to get right here. No! He's not going to Falcon Punch. Didn't have enough mana? Yeah, we shined mana, it looks like. If anything, he chose to just not go for it, but Master of Arms taking the snipe. I think he's going to be fine, though, as well. So, well, they at least get out of there without any casualties. And that's something to note as well, as we're constantly seeing, again, especially Deadwood kind of going in. You mentioned the Luna Power Snap earlier, but also the Offensive Master's Call. They're using that frequently, man, on Deadwood with Master of Arms. So that global presence is really coming into play here for Too Much Sugar. And actually, they're going to set up for another chance in the middle lane here. From the rotten grasp. That was a power throw, but no rotten grasp, and not going to go for it. But yeah, doing a good job with that. By the way, Wild Soul, he does have the Mocker Brilliance now, and obviously that's the point of crap. We need to be worried now about that Wild Soul. But name of the game here for excellent. So, what do you think? Go for Kongor? Keep looking for picks? Group up and push? What do you think?
If I'm Hugh right now, I'd be, I'm feeling good. I have that Dampere with a shrunken head and about 100 gold. Now it's just kind of whether or not they feel like they need to push right now, or maybe wait for that shrunken head on Pebbles. I don't. The thing is, Slicks, is almost at the shrunken head as well. So I feel like they could just wait a bit more. There's no other core item that they're scared of right now. Maybe Wildsoul getting another item, but at the same time, they have just a very, very aggressive team. Scout doesn't really have any farm, but. If they can get a pick, which they have a lot of heroes with Burst, Dampere, Pyromancer, they've pushed the Torture. I mean, even Scout shot. If they find one person right now off guard, they can easily nuke him down. That's an easy push. But they have to play kind of risky because if they screw up one team fight, they're going to lose 2-3 towers off that.
Yeah. Oh, there's the jumps. Couple of jumps. Okay. Was that Deadwood again? It was, wasn't it? Yeah. He actually prevented himself from getting killed right there. In the meantime, Engineer going to be picked off, though. No energy field, so that's a pretty big deal. Master of Arms taking the stun right there. But Boo Boo is chasing double damage on Dampere. He is still looking for Flood. The Bear is sitting on him. He's going to go in for Master of Arms. But Deadwood comes out with a Falcon Punch. And goes the Entangle as well. Dampere not going to be able to get off. And he will fall right there. And that's what the Legion team may want to think about falling back. Nice power throw snipe to take out Pyromancer. You see the marksman shot just slowing down Wildsoul, if anything. But he doesn't really care. The Bears does what matters. And actually, Pew's going to be picked up right there in Torture. So a 1-5 for Too Much Sugar. And again, that all started with Deadwood being able to quick react with that portal key, man. And they eventually took out Dampere in the midst of that fight. So, well played.
Yeah, I'm not really sure if that, like one part of me wants to say they should have just waited a bit more, got that shrunken head on Pebbles and then jumped. But that fight could have been completely different if they got Deadwood. If they could just nuke him down right away, that would have been, a 4v5. Of course, Moonman did have a buyback, so I don't really think that fight would have changed that much. He could have just bought back into the fight. Portal Key got an ultimate, and they just dived too deep.
The Hellborn
you can't do that against heroes like Engineer. Heroes like Amoy who have the ability to save, and even Wildsoul that Mocker Brilliance is going to be doing a lot of damage just over time if you're diving.
And apparently you can't do it to Deadwood either. It just reacts with portal keys, man.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, it's just when you're going up against Moonmander, you have to think one step ahead of him.
Yeah.
It's not easy to do though. But Pebbles got that target heading around 500 gold. Scout going to be going for an Abyssal Skull. So I mean, items are slowly progressing for Legion, but they're not. It's not happening as fast as Hellborn is getting their items. I mean, Kezu has another 2,000 gold saved up already, and Moonmander has a shrunken head. So does Slick. So the game is slowly. Yeah. I feel like falling out of Team Excellent's hands because they rely a lot on magic damage compared to the world.
Oh yeah, no, agree with you there. I mean, it is funny saying that. The fact they're up 2,000 gold still, and you know, if anything, this is a very even game when you look at the stats. But 100% agree with you. I mean, the wild soul factor, as always, is something to be worried about. And as you mentioned, Slicks with the Energizer, Shrunken Head, playing the Master of Arms, he's going to start bulking up as well pretty nicely. Now, speaking of Scout, by the way, you mentioned going for the Abyssal Skull. He's probably going to finish it right here. Yeah, the pattern's coming out. It's kind of interesting, though. He actually purchased the Quick Blade initially first, though. So maybe he had an initial route he was going to go, but figuring Abyssal Skull is going to be good against a hero like Deadwood especially. So wants to make sure they have that first. But I wonder if that's going to be either a Firebrand or even something like a No Fire Blade or a Brutalizer, we know. It's pretty popular on Scout heroes. Is there anyone you'd prefer?
Not Firebrand. Maybe no fire, but then again, I feel like it's kind of late for that now.
Yeah.
So maybe like a Shrunken Head into a Brutalizer would be good on Scout right now. He doesn't have much options. He just needs to stay alive, and he has 850 HP, so he can't just run around and do damage. It's not very easy. He just fell behind. I mean, Abyssal Skull, the nice thing about that is just it's a team item. It's going to help out Pebbles and Dampier do a lot more damage and also have more lifesteal on top of that. But, you know, Bastus has kind of been in a position where he has to just stay out and wait for a lot of skills to be used before he can do anything.
Yeah. Knocks on Dampier. Speaking of him, man, this guy continues to be an impressive carry player. At least when it comes to the gold per minute and farming and whatnot. 535 gold per minute right now. And continuing to go up and up, of course. Obviously, he has that level 3 consume on top of having the charges, as well as the Grimoire power. So he is still he is a big damage threat at this point. It's just a matter of actually finding those heroes, though, for those pickoffs. But Shrunken Head also finished on the Macaroni Pebbles. I don't know. have you ever called it that, by the way, Macaroni Pebbles?
Why? Because of the gold?
Apparently, yeah, I think it was Riser, I believe, that pointed that out to me. He called it Macaroni Pebbles, and it just sticks with me now. It really
I've never
is
heard that
macaroni, like, on his back.
Riser, man. Oh god. I can see where it gets that from, though.
Yeah.
But, never heard that before. But
so it wasn't just really good.
I mean, as you were talking about Dampier, now he has a lot of items, but he's gonna need to go with something right now just affects his damage. Because of, you know, Shrunken Head's just so much on the Hellborn team. You need to get either an item that's going to just maybe like a Bull Rock, get their armor a bit lower. He just needs some item that's going to do some physical damage, because if they don't have any of that and they mess up their initiation, there's no way they're going to win a team fight. So hopefully they do that. A bit of skirmish top, but looks like they're going to be fine and get out.
Yeah, Scout was actually sticking around as well as Pebbles. They put the lightning speed on a Deadwood right there to go for a kill, but wasn't able to really find them, and in the end they get back. So Deadwood level 16 with that said. He's got his own Shrunken Head, of course. Speaking of that, not going the Soul's Bulwark, which is usually the route we see, but going the Shrunken Head instead. What's your take on that?
I always like that. On top of that, you do have a Wild Soul on your team, so he can get that, as he does have that on the Bear now.
That makes sense, actually.
But I like Shrunken Head, though, on Deadwood. I mean, you have the ability to just punch somebody in the face, get out, and then you're fine. I mean, I always love that item on Initiator, such as those heroes. I mean, it's just such a safe item, and you can't really screw up like as Deadwood. I mean, you can't like jump in and get stunned if you just have the Shrunken Head on you at all times.
Yeah.
Which is just a threat when you're. I mean, it's the scariest thing being an Initiator and screwing up for your team, because you feel so bad.
Yeah. Dampier, 2,300 gold saved up. So again, you were mentioning that more of a right-click threat would be nice here, coming out from him. Well, going the Ice Brand, so I guess that kind of does it. I mean,
it's not a bad item, but he doesn't have the attack speed to be doing crazy damage with that right now.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see if he's going to make just a Frost Wolf or going to go Dawnbringer, because something tells me Dawnbringer, even though he has Grimoire power.
Yeah.
Because it is Nox, but I mean, we'll see soon. I still wish they had a bow. They have a bow actually on Pebbles, so I feel like if they're going to get Demonic on top of Dampier getting a bit more damage, maybe getting to 200, 220, 230, then they can definitely just auto attack people down. But they just need to keep farming and take a fight which they see an opportunity to pick somebody up instantly, because if they get initiated on, it's not going to end well.
Well, again, we're now approaching 31 minutes into this game, so well into that mid-game stage. Obviously here, what is game number 1 of Team Excellent versus Too Much Sugar. Here in the losers bracket round of 5. By the way, I'm Breaking CBK, obviously joined by Panny here as my co-caster. Just a quick recap on that, but Dampier already another 1,400 gold. But again, the Wild Soul factor He has another 2,000 gold saved up himself. You mentioned the Soul's Bulwark he already has since the mock. Something like finishing a straight-up demonic breastplate here would not be out of the question for him. And again, that bear is just going to continue to be a pretty massive threat when it comes down to it. So, do they have all Mystic Vestments, by the way? It looks like they do, other than Engineer, but they do have Mystic Vestments, so that's good to see as well.
Yeah, I love that ward by Fitskip, by the way, coming out. It's a very nice lane ward. Nobody kind of expects that. At bottom,
yeah,
he actually goes through the Ancients to plant that ward, which is very sneaky. I saw him do it in the scrim. But yeah, okay, so it looks like Waltz is going to be going for Demonic. A Brutalizer would be really nice as well in the Bear, because they don't really have any other stunts that will go through shotgun heads, of course, besides Deadwood.
Yeah.
So that's going to help just lock people down. And I mean, yeah, Kaiser's going to get to the point soon where he's just going to be such a threat and nobody can take him down. I mean, he even has Ringmail on his hero, even though he has a Bulwark. So yeah, he's stacking up on armor.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that he is even more tanky as an ulti-form Wild Soul is. By the way, Bassett says, you got reactions, I got my own reactions. Great job with the electric eye silence right there. He actually stopped him mid-animation of his Falcon Punch, so able to avoid death right there. In the end, obviously Deadwood has a bound eye, so the vanish wouldn't have mattered. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, about Fine playing this Pyromancer. Look at the items, man. Tablet of Command, Portal Key, Astrolabe, Steam Boost. He's actually done quite a bit of work here for his team. Initially playing that secondary support. I mean, really still is playing the secondary support more so, but managing 300 gold per minute, and he is level 14, so gets that level 16 mark in his Blazing Strike and be dealing some good damage on a short cooldown. So that's something else to just keep in mind as we do progress, but.
Definitely. I mean, if he goes for a Sheep Stick now, that'll be huge for his team. He has pretty much the same items as Shams, except he has a Portal Key on top of that right now. So that's kind of separating him from the other support. But you know, Portal Key on Pyromancer is just a great item. He can initiate with Pebbles. He can burst the same person down. I mean, they can pretty much ensure anybody on the Hellborn team taking around 1,000-something magic damage with that Pebbles combo on top of the whole Pyro ultimate combination. So it's just a lot of damage, and I like that item by Fine. He's just doing a great job of farming, and that's all, you know, it all comes down to Scout being able to go invis and farm the enemy jungle. It just opens so much more farm for the Legion side.
Yeah.
They can farm mid, bottom, their jungle, top, Ancients, it just on top of, you know, the enemy jungle, and it just games tmsR's farm as well. As you can see, I mean, there's a slight lead right now, 6k and 4 gold, yeah. But regardless, I mean, even though tmsR has kind of shown that they're winning these past team fights, they're still keeping a slight lead.
Yeah, they are. That's actually very true. That Team Excellent is even growing in that lead slightly as far as the gold and experience goes even. So level 21 Nox, jeez, again, this guy just finds the farm, both on levels and golds, all over the map. That is 4 levels higher than anyone else in this game right now. Is Dampier, as Scout finishes his Brutalizer, by the way, and I believe I saw Dampier purchase a Frostless Skull. So to answer that question, we're not going to see the Dawnbringer on top of the game war. It's going to be a Frostless Skull here.
He's going to be very, very tanky now. Going to probably sit around almost 3,000 health.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult to take him down. And you know, he does have a shrunken head on top of that. So if he wasn't tanking up before, he's going to be tanky for sure now.
Yeah.
That was actually going to be finishing a Demonic. So, you know, Legion's actually doing the smart thing of just farming now, because they took one bad fight and they realized that it's going to hurt them a lot if they lose one more. It might even be game. So, you know, they're going to just play it a bit more passively and try to get to the point where they have enough farm, find a pick off, and, you know, push off that, which is what they really need to do.
Yeah.
As for Hellborn, I feel like they're just going to be playing passive for all. Maybe Moonman, they're trying to set up ganks, but the rest of the team so far is just farming up, as you know. Kezu, I think he finishes Demonic right now as well. I can't even find the bear.
Yes,
oh, it's stopped.
He did.
Yes, it is. So, Congo could be an option as well very soon. It's going to drop very fast by Hellborn if they choose to do it. I mean, I'm away with the goo on top of auto attacks in the bear. Just he'll fall very fast. But Fitske has an eye, so they might try to do it right now. Or Moon has it.
Yep, a lot of good damage. Obviously, no minus armor, but it doesn't matter in this case. There's a lot of just good raw damage coming out here from the Hellborn side, and not going to fully commit to it by any means. It is just the Bear Master of Mars. By the way, Master of Mars is steering that. Holy crap, we have initiation on Luna going to be chopped by Dampier. Engineer also going to be bursted down. And that is a beautiful start for the Legion team. We do have a buyback, by the way, onto Luna. Master of Ar's going to use the shotgun. He is in a horrible spot, though. Completely split up. Here comes Deadwood, though, trying to save the day. Ron grabs the Falcon Punch, but Dampier is just way too tanky. He tanked that Falcon Punch like a boss. Master of Arms going to be bursted down. And now Wild Soul's on the run. Where's the bear? The bear is dead. And does he have another one? Or is it's on cooldown, so I guess that was the second bear even. So he does not have a bear for 95 seconds. This is huge for Excellent.
They finally, they had the patience. They got a pick off, and they're gonna go for bear. So now they should get these for free, and they might even go for a second pair, maybe just go for Congo. But at the same time, there is 2 buybacks being used by Hellborn, so they did even get that off. Fortification going to be used, but it's not really going to matter. They're just going to go straight to the defense tower bottom, maybe. Yeah. Pew's like, nope, I don't know. Everybody's like, we go down Congo, what are we going to do?
Yeah.
They might attempt Congo right here, and they can. I mean, Pebbles didn't even use the Shrunken Head that fight.
Wow.
Dampier has this up in 10 seconds. Pyro ultimate going to be up in 5 seconds. Everything is ready for Legion. They have such low cooldown on the team. And there's no bear for 58 seconds. It's going to be a free Congo. They're probably going to go back and regen after this and just push again.
Goes down.
Huge for Team Excellent. Very well played by Nox and Brodex 5 level with the great initiation. And they have a DD rune bottled. So
yeah.
They are ready for this.
You know, a big thing I think about that, not that it maybe even mattered in the end, but another thing I kind of realized as I'm looking around too. I mean, you look at the armor that Dampier has. Now, even with just the Abyssal Skull, but he had both the Abyssal Skull buff as well as the Demonic Breastplate. He was upwards of something like 26, 27 armor on him when that Deadwood initiated with his Willowmaker. And again, the damage that happened, not only is he very taking a life pool, but he has some good armor. It really just did not do a whole lot. So, but a lot of that just came down to as well, just great capitalization, picking off the supports. He said, being patient, looking for the opportunities. And also just tmsR kind of got flustered somewhat. I mean, Master of Arms is kind of doing his own thing. Deadwood wasn't really there. He didn't want to go in, but then felt like he was forced to almost. So, again, just kind of well played by Team Excellent at the end and deserving of that fight.
Definitely. I mean, that's what Legion has to do. I mean, they can't be going on a Deadwood in the fight unless they can get enough people around them to do the damage. They can't go on Wild Soul, and Master of Arms is probably going to be hiding with that Shrunken Head. So if they can get that Engineer and that Luna at the same time, which they did, that's just going to be the perfect team fight for them. And Slicks was caught out as well. Moon tried to go save Slicks, and everything from there just fell apart for tmsR. And all of a sudden, 16k gold now. In favor of Team Excellent and 18k in experience, 4,000 gold on Nox. I mean, they have everything going for them right now.
Yeah.
And it's just so close for them right now.
Ooh, 30.5 minutes in. Deadwood looking for another. How about Deadwood, by the way? It seems like he's been level 16 for a while. So he kind of hit that mark, and then and also his items. I mean, he has the same items that he's had for quite a bit now. So talk about dying off a little bit as far as his progress goes. Scout gonna find a Pyromancer trying to get in there. Tablet maybe? Ooh, if he tableted right there, I feel like he could have got that. But he was kind of slow with that. Boo Boo in the meantime, though. Oh no, Keizu! He's gonna lose another bear. Yes, he is. That's down for another 50 seconds. So Boo Boo's not having the best of times here this game.
Yep, 38 seconds on. Yeah, 38 seconds on the DD as well, so Nox just going to go back in. There's nothing that Helper could do right now. They're going to put down the turret, maybe the grass, but I feel like Pew just knows that there's not going to be a bear up. I mean, you can see right now that there's no bear. Turret actually doing a lot of damage on top of the goo, but
wow,
they can just keep going in unless they, maybe Nox will be picking up some health potions. That's the smart thing to do if you can right now. They have 4 minutes on that token, so they don't have to be like, go fast. They can take it a bit slow, but he's okay, never mind. He just healed up.
Look at his aura, yeah.
I forgot it's Dampier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, between the Consume and the aura and his Vampiric Flight even, I mean, he regens quite quickly, so.
Yeah, and as well as nobody on Hellborn does have a buyback, only a Luna to, keep a good note. So if they get a kill, that person's dead the whole fight. Even if a Luna buys back, it's not really a huge effect to this game. So I mean, if they see an opportunity for, especially an Angie or a Deadwood, anybody, even Wild, so they could go on. But if they see somebody, they might just jump in. I think Pebbles is just ready. They have Shrunken Heads. Yeah, they're gonna do this right now.
They want to.
Yeah, they want to.
They want to. Dampier sitting up there. He's got 3.5 minutes on that token. Gonna be stunned. The Goo's doing quite a bit of work as expected. I mean, they do have a Luna, Master of Arms Engineer. They got a lot of creep clearing potential on top of the Machiavellian Spare. So it's not easy. And actually at the top lane, they do got to keep that in mind as well as Team Excellent, that at least the creep wave somewhat knocking on the door there. So Not that they need to rush back by any means, but keep it in the back of your mind. But here we go with another creep wave. Again, to see how quickly it's going to fall. Rotten Grasp connects. Dampier taking some stuns. Oh, the Falcon Punch is going to actually be killed. Oh, God, yes, he will fall in the end. The Token Life Coat, of course, going to be used. And I think Team Excellent's like, okay, that's fine. We might fall back, or... Yeah,
I mean,
are they?
I don't think so. They know that Deadwood punches down, so...
True.
They're going to just go in for this. There's a BR5 Kesley finally, so they were able to, they're doing a good job of counter pushing. But Team Excellent might wait for the opportunity for maybe mid to push in, and they're going to initiate. That goo is really screwing them up, but there goes Pebbles.
Oh, there we go. Pebbles jumps in. Master Bronze being locked in as well. Deadwood. Master Bronze is still alive, though. The energy field to work right. Master Bronze gonna start in the background, and here comes this damage output. Pebbles now in some trouble. Deadwood goes down right there, but Pebbles goes down as well. Deadwood does not have a buyback point there. Oh, the hidden tangle coming out on Dampier. He is going to be locked down for now. He has a life steal though with the auto attacks. There's more lockdown. Talbot and Ford. He's going to vampiric flight back in. Terrorize to finish off. Picks up the hat trick, but he does die shortly after. The tower is going to live. Oh,
The Legion takes down a
so
Hellborn
the tower is eventually destroyed in the end, so at least also Team Excellent has that going for them. But at the same time, I mean, TMS are somewhat holding... Oh, never mind. Here comes Dampier. He buys back. He post-ace in. And Aluna gets picked off, and he is going right for the back racks once again. The buybacks are going to do it here, it looks like.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I've been wanting to mention before that fight started that Dampier could definitely buy back and get a post haste. He does that. Perfect timing. Like we said before, there's no buybacks from Hellborn. They can't just fight again. 2X going to be down. I mean, we'll see if they decide to give up or, if they decide to just play it out. Okay, nope. GG, well played's called.
There you go. There is your answer. GG, well played. Yeah, they're
impressing.
Hey, no, they're looking excellent.
Oh, breaky with the fun.
I clapped
Tough
myself.
loss. And with that, the Legion wins.
All right, so yeah, well played right there by Team Excellent, coming out as far as taking the victory over tmsR, and obviously feeling pretty good, I'm sure. But it is a best out of 3 series with that said. So of course, tmsR sure going to be looking for some revenge. I'll tell you, it's not too many times we see a Wild Soul, especially against a... I mean, they do have laking presence on Excellent, especially with the scout building up, I guess. And Dampier's threatening. But Wild Soul was getting good farm as that mid-game was progressing. And usually that leads more in the favor of his team. But that one fight at Conquer, obviously you look back at that, worked out beautifully for Team Excellent. So, gotta give them the credit there. Anything else about Game 1, Fanning?